So we're here with Marvin Liao from 500 Startups. Welcome to the Lisbon Investment Summit.
Thank you for having me back again. I'm always surprised when they invite me back.
So Marvin, how are you looking at the investment trends in 2017, especially in the US? Because in 2016 you didn't have a lot of IPOs, but we're starting to see some things happening already. So how are you looking at it?
I mean, I'm fairly bullish in general. There's still a lot of activity, there's still a lot of money, and I definitely think these last IPOs have, generally speaking, performed pretty well, which is usually a good signal for the rest of the investors in general. So still pretty bullish, still very, very bullish.
And how are you looking at the Trump presidency? Sorry, I had to ask.
I'm very negative. I'm very, very negative. That's been the stance of Dave, who's been a co-founder, one of the co-founders of 500. I think it's really bad and it's embarrassing for America.
How are you looking at Trump left the Paris Accord?
It's all bad, right? Like, I think that's the worst news. I try not to think about it because it just makes me really angry.
Yeah. So let's turning to a more positive subject. You guys at 500, you focus pretty much on growth and on marketing. Why is that?
Well, we think one of the biggest reasons that startups fail isn't because they have a crappy product. Most products are pretty good, generally speaking. The biggest reason I think most startups fail is because they can't get customers. And so this is one area where there is specific best practices and expertise that we've been able to aggregate that we think that we can help our companies with.
And what do you think of the Lisbon startup scene? You've been coming to Lisbon for quite some time now.
It's 3 years now. It's almost. I've been coming 2.5 years or so. I mean, this is one. I'm super excited about sort of like the Lisbon, like I say, the Portuguese startup scene in general, right? If this wasn't interesting, I wouldn't be here. And I also think Portugal is actually very well positioned actually as a country when it comes to sort of like startup ecosystems in general. Number one, it's still part of the EU. Brexit has not been good for the UK in general. Most people speak English. The ecosystem is getting much more mature, both when it comes to the investor side, but also particularly on the startup side. You're seeing the progress like every year, just better and better founders and companies coming out here. And so overall, I can't help but be bullish here, and I'm super excited to sort of see what's going to be happening over here for the next couple of years. So as long as I keep on being invited, I will keep on coming out here.
So you've been at the Lisbon Investment Summit for the past 2 editions, I think?
2 editions, yeah.
What do you think of this year's edition?
So far, so good. I mean, I just got here like about 2 hours ago, so I'm still kind of like looking, but better speakers, right? Like overall, there's better speakers here. I mean, you never can beat the locations. Like you guys always you always have like awesome sort of like spaces, either palaces or like these amazing venues. And also there's definitely a lot more people here. So pretty good. So far, so good, right?
Thank you, Marvin.
Thank you for having me.